What's up, butterflies? It's your CEO Quasia back with another video. I know it's been a long time since we posted last video, but we are back. And welcome back if you are new or if you've already been subscribed. Today's video will be about body butter do's and don'ts. Since I know that the fall is coming back around, everybody's beginning to start making body butters, or they're trying to figure out what they need to do to make the best body butters possible. So if you are a business owner or you're about to become a business owner, stay tuned, because baby, these tips you don't want to miss. First thing that I have learned of making body butters is please don't guess when it comes to the ingredients. Don't. You need to know exactly how much you need to use every single time, so that one, your body butters come out with the same consistency. Two, so that if you would want your products to be in stores sooner or whatever, you need to make sure that everything is the same. You know what you're putting in there. You know how much of everything. Because if you're trying to make a good formula, you need to know how to make it every single time. If you're guessing and you're not putting it how it should be, you're going to mess up and make mistakes, and making the body butters will be way more of a hassle than it should be. Because I will be the one to tell you, making body butters, it's not easy. It's very hard. You see me looking down, I have my notebook. I already wrote everything out, so excuse my handwriting. So the next thing I would say is make sure to use ingredients that go well with each other. Now, of course, we know it's butters, it's oils, it's all of this, but depending on your target audience, who you're making these body butters for, or depending on how you want your consistency to be, make sure you're using oils that the textures of the oils actually go together, because you don't want the oils to be rising in the butter. And also, we know different butters have different cooling and heating temperatures. Cocoa butter and kokum butter are way harder than shea butter and mango butter. So if you use too much cocoa butter, butter will be hard. Or if you use too much shea or too much mango, your butters might melt easily. But since we are approaching the colder months, it won't be that hard to keep your butters the way that they should be. So, but that's still a good tip to remember. You like to use soft butters. There are substances that can harden your butter other than the cocoa butter. You can use beeswax, stearic acid, whatever you want to use if you don't want to use cocoa butter in your product. Another thing, making these products, you don't want to under or over whip the butter, because your products can fall flat during shipping or during settling. So make sure you are timing how long it takes for your butter to be at a good consistency. You don't want too much air in your products, because it will not be good if so. Also, to make sure you don't have lumps in it, because if you under whip it, you can have lumps in your butter, and you don't want that. You don't want lumps, and you don't want excessive air. Two things you don't want when it comes to making body butter. Be cautious during the heating and cooling stage. Make sure you know what is supposed to be added during the cooling and what is supposed to be added during the heating, such as fragrance. You don't really want to add your fragrance and your preservative during a really hot stage, because it will mess with the scent. So make sure you read the instructions on your preservatives and your fragrances, so you know exactly when to add what. The process will be messed up, and you will become stressed if you don't differentiate between which is which, because it's not all the same. Moving on to a helpful tip when it comes to piping and actually filling your containers, you can use parchment paper and cling wrap to make the process easier, rather than trying to scoop and put it in the container. It makes everything messy. So make sure you have parchment paper and piping bags to make that process go way faster and cleaner. And also, if you would like to do designs and swirl effects with your body butters to make them unique, using different piping bags would give you the look that you're looking for. So make sure to invest into some of those and have fun with it, because it's actually fun when you start doing it. The hard part is getting the right consistency. And that a lot of people deal with greasiness. It's straight oil, basically. It's butters and oil. Some people don't like greasiness. So what I have learned is using arrowroot or cornstarch will help cut down that greasiness, and it will also give it a soft type of velvety touch versus being very, you know, gliding and sliding and greasy. Some people just don't want that texture. So make sure you experiment with arrowroot or cornstarch. You can get that off of Amazon for cheap. I will also, if you guys want to, let me know down below if you would like me to do an Amazon find video. And also let me know down below if you would like me to do how I make my body butters, or just basically show you the products that I use to make them. I have no problem releasing that video as well. Just let me know down in the comments. Just make sure your product is at a point where it won't melt during shipping. So when your customer gets it, it's not deflated, it's not melted, it's not all over the place. You want it to still be the same way that it was when you made it, when it gets to your customers, because it cuts down on a lot of returns and refunds and just customers being upset with their purchase. I have had gritty texture. I have had the oil rising to the top and the butter being at the bottom. I've had the deflation, and it's all mistakes during the cooling, heating, and whipping process. Literally, that's where it comes from. Gritty texture is when you cool your butters before you whip it. And what happens is, if you don't have just enough liquid to solid ratio, you will get a gritty texture, because a bunch of the butter will be really, really hard. So when it's time to whip it, it will have grits, like little teeny grits in it. And it's very annoying, and you don't want grits in your product because it won't be smooth. And then you have to throw it away, and then you have to waste all of this stuff. And it's like, who wants to waste product? It already costs a lot to get it. That butter and stuff is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. So just make sure you're experimenting before you actually put anything out. That way you know you're giving out quality products. You know that everything is bona fide and it's good. So that when your customers get your products, they're like, man, I can't wait to shop again because she has this consistency down pack. That's the biggest thing with body butters. You're doing different ratios. Sometimes what you're doing might not work. Do 55% of butters, then do 35% of oils, and then your fragrances, your mica, your arrowroot, your preservative, whatever. Just experiment a lot so that you know what you're putting out is what you actually want. So some must-haves when it comes to body butters. It is highly recommended to have vitamin E in your body butters. Become rancid and mold. So using vitamin E helps cut back on that because of its antibacterial properties. So we all know people use body butters after they get out the shower, which means their hands are moist, their body is moist. So when they dig in there, they're adding water. And as we know, where there is water, there is life. Point blank. Water can carry bacteria and mold anywhere if it's not handled and contained. So having vitamin E is good. If you use preservative, that's perfect, that's good. One preservative that I prefer and I recommend is Optifin. It's very good. No bad smell, no really, allergic reactions to it. It's really good. What is body butter? So Body butters are a natural skin moisturizer, okay? They're perfectly used when you get out of the shower or bath because they lock in the water that you'll have on your skin. The oils bind the water to your skin. The butters help bind everything, lock it in, seal it in to give you that long-lasting moisture and hydration that your skin needs, especially during the colder months when the weather is harsh, dry, and cold. It makes your skin dry, it makes it flake, it makes it red, it irritates it. So staying consistent with body butters during the colder months and the summertime is best if you want to have that shiny, radiant, glowing skin. As you can see with me, I'm literally glowing. Like my face is glowing, everything is glowing because I use oils and body butters. I use thick consistencies rather than using body lotion. If you have dry skin and all of that, you need to use something thicker for your skin, such as mango, shea butter, kokum, cocoa, alongside oils of your choice, such as avocado, olive, coconut, there's grapeseed, what's some other oils? Just, it's so many oils to use. So many. Sunflower, like there's so many oils to use. Just figure out who your audience is. Who are you selling to? Do these people have dry skin? Do they have oily skin? Do they have combination skin? Do they suffer from eczema, psoriasis? What do they suffer from? Find that out. Formulate. Optiphen for preservative, recommended. Arrowroot for greasiness, recommended. And I also recommend, if you want to, you can get a stand mixer or you can get a handheld mixer. I have both because sometimes I get lazy. I don't want to, stand there and do it. I just let the stand mixer do it for me. But make sure you're paying attention. You're watching everything. You're watching your butters. You're watching how everything is going. Make sure you're timing everything. You're measuring everything. And experiment. Test out what works. Test out what doesn't. And if you like these tips, you like these videos, let me know down below what other videos you may want. It doesn't just have to be about body butters. I also make lip gloss, I make lip scrubs, I make sugar scrubs, I make body creams. Let me know whatever videos you would like me to cover, what type of ingredients I use, my process. If you want to know things about business such as marketing, strategies, business materials such as packing or whatever. I've also done a video already about some business must-haves such as my printer, my label printer, apps that I use such as Canva and CapCut to edit. Just let me know what videos you guys want and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah. What's up, butterflies? It's your CEO, Quasia, back with another video. I know it's been a long time since we posted last video, but we are back. And welcome back if you are new or if you've already been subscribed. Today's video will be about body butter do's and don'ts. Since I know that the fall is coming back around, everybody's beginning to start making body butters, or they're trying to figure out what they need to do to make the best body butters possible. So if you are a business owner or you're about to become a business owner, stay tuned because baby, these tips you don't want to miss.